So I made that board, made that, did the math again, did the math some more, and I'd like to share something with you that I don't think anyone's really ever told you about pi. Oh, this will be fun. I'll keep doing the math, guy. Pi is a very interesting number. Now, the first thing I noticed is that that's the only zero in 36 significant figures of pi. And the only ones that are used are like way over here. So I find that pretty interesting. Right off the bat, it's like, what are the odds, right? I also I memorized 36 digits of pi now. It's 3.1415926 because you're talking about the God particle. God is 26. You're talking about 3,858 magnets, so the 5358 is like a 3858. Then you're talking about the fly spec of the 79, or the 97 cells in the heart of the 79, which would be the 77. If you take away the 7 and the 6, and it's 76 if you take away the 1 by 2. And then you have your 3858 again. And you got your 3850. You see where I'm going? Okay, even pi, what does everyone remember pi do? If you're somewhat knowledgeable, this is what you'd know. Maybe if you know a little bit more, you can get to there. What is that? What did I say about 0? 0's not a 0 or a 1, it's a 2. So I see a 3. Which is like so right off the bat, pi means a circle 3858. If you count for a 0 as 2. Which the 0 in this case would be the decimal. Right, and then you're followed by the God particle. Okay, like I like to think of things in triplets sometimes and not other times. The 535 is pretty easy to remember. Right? And then you got your 8, 9, 7, 9. So again, you got your 3,850. The 3 and the 5 would be, I guess, an 8 if you take a 1 by 2. Didn't really. That's an 8. Holy shit, guy. 3, 8, 5. 8 with 5. Anyway. Yeah. That's what I started noticing. You know, 3 plus 3 plus 2 is 8. 3, like, you know, you got your 3, 8, 5, 8. You got your 3, 8, 5, 8 circled. Like, there's definitely a 3, 8, 5, 8 in here. Well, same thing. 3, 8, yeah. 3, 8, 5, and 3 and 2 and 3 is 8. So there's a bunch of 3858s here. I haven't really gone that far into it yet, but I wanted to show you this. No one's ever told you that. Well, I didn't really say it, but like the end result of 36 significant figures, it just literally sounds like, you know, like I know the n isn't really there, but it is. But at the end of the day, when you do this, it's just gonna be a 13, 13, 50, and that's your 76, which is kind of like behind that. You know, I tend not to look at what's given in plain sight and think of it as truth, so that's why I went with the 13 as a 13. How the n is a 13, but since we already have a 13, I was like, let's add 26 for fun. Let's add 26 for fun. And then I'm like, if this is not the truth in plain sight, then I'll take that as an L, which is 12, or a lowercase L, I guess. And then when I added that stuff up, I got my, what is it? Yeah, 4151. Yeah, this is my 64. But again, it's this white space, and this white space. So, I'm learning still. I got my 3858 circled with my 26. And 26 is important because sometimes you just add it for no reason in places because of capitals, let's say. Out of 3858, you got your fly speck of your number of cells in the big heart, or another depiction of 76 would be 79 in my eyes. 3858. It's probably, like, look, there's your 3. There's your 8, a 2, 6. There's an 8. Well, that's a circled 5. Was it a circled 3858 and then followed by 3858? 38, 50. Anyway, that's just food for thought. Wow. I think what I did the other day is like legit. No, I didn't derive pi. I am using pi. Pi is something that is known that no one really knows what to do with. It's just a number that we, approximate. We don't look at the details. But anyway. Like, kind of on this page is where that happened. I find that hilarious. It kind of gets less and less as you go. Scary that is. I'm so happy I found something else that means exactly the same in English and Jewish gematria that isn't Dragon Lady. Oh my god. It's so much bigger, guy. I gotta talk to you about that. 4314 is the number. A phrase of the video, like the first video of the pi shit that I've been doing lately. It is a representation of sorry, 2143. If you don't understand, read it this way, it's your 43. Read it this way, it's a 12. 4312, but you have 2 entities. If you add 2 entities to this, you get 4314. Not only that, it's the same thing here. It's a 2143 if you make a C. 2143. But it's also a 43, I guess 4312 with 2 entities for the, like, it literally shows up here, okay? Like when I looked at the number of the word, I was like, wow, it's like a 43 14. So it's significant. What's the 43rd thing created? Mars. What's the 13th thing created? Titan. The 14th. Sorry, I hate this. What's the 34th, really? Like, I'm all over the place right now. It could be lots of things. So, I do see, I'm part of the 5D Earth part of things, the 5th column being the sentence that I was talking about, and this is the last cell in the 9x9 matrix before you get escape. And then you have 2 left over. And of course, you got your 4-3, and that's a 5-5. So, 4, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5 is 10. There's 4 characters. 4, 3, 14, 10. 4, 3, 10, and 4 characters. Again, 43, 14. Wow, that just came out of nowhere. So, anyways, yeah, 43, 14. Super important. That guy right there. I'm talking about getting it out. Going down. I'm talking about pi. I'm talking about 3,858 magnets. Maybe every time there's a 3858, it means the wire has to go to a different device. Because again, what's happening is that you have one device taking in work. You're going to have another device. You're going to have another device. And you're going to have another device. And you're going to have another device. You have 5 devices, but you're going to have one piece of copper that's probably going to be linking all the solenoids. Just flowing from one to the other. In some kind of pattern, I would think. Maybe it's got something to do with a bunch of those. Interesting. 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 If you don't get it, walk away. I need support from mankind, not ignorance from a bunch of bums and chumps of life. Bicycle coffee guy.